Coming up today on AM Rockland News, Haverstraw lands another $10 million grant for the Sheriff Factory development. Clarkstown's awarded $1.6 million for Inuit sidewalk expansion. Haverstraw launches major recreation upgrades. We had Town of Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips on the show. Ramapo receives over $500,000 in state grants for park enhancements and a new mixed-use development initiative. And Calvary Baptist Church in Haverstraw faces an $8,000 water bill, leading to shutoff after an undetected underground pipe break. I'm one of your hosts, Tom Osa.
And I'm Mike Kluger.
And thanks for joining us today on AM Rockland News. Right now it is 37 degrees out and mostly cloudy. It's a blah day.
But it's warmer.
Where?
Here than it was last week.
That's very true.
It is so much. So cold. The real feel was in the teens, and now it is not.
Yeah, finally. So today is going to be 45 degrees and cloudy. Tomorrow is going to be sunny, Mike.
Sunny?
Yeah.
And like warm?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's going to be 48 degrees.
Will it be 48 degrees is warm for January?
It is. But as a half Colombian, I have to say that I prefer it to be a lot warmer, amigo.
Well, it may take about 150 years, but my heritage goes back to the Russian coldness.
Uh-huh.
We were Russian Jews, so I'm used to the cold.
See? And we get along. How about that? The Colombian and the Russian. Friday, 48 degrees and cloudy and some rain. Saturday, cloudy and rain, 51 degrees. So it's climbing, like up.
Like I said, it's getting warmer.
I kind of like
warm and wet.
I'm starting to get the vibe of how to do the weather. Like look at the chart and just be like, yeah, it's going up or it's going down.
Hold on. Everything you need to know about reporting the weather, you can learn from George Carlin.
Yes, and he is a master of that. Was a master.
Yes.
Still is.
Yes.
He's ascended. Sunday, 47 degrees and partially cloudy. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 39, 44, and 43, mostly sunny.
So we are sitting right above freezing. Well, a little bit above freezing for the whole week.
Lucky us.
Well, for those who collect rain, it's a good time.
Yes, and it will be a good time momentarily.
Is it because you went to 202 Cannabis?
And I don't know about this whole cannabis thing, but, they're one of our sponsors and we appreciate them. Let me actually list the sponsors if I may.
Tell us about our sponsors.
So we have Yabu Fence Company. Yabu!
Tom's Wake.
Located in West Nyack, New York. They can handle all of your fencing needs, not like, but like, putting up fences.
For our listeners out there, Tom was doing his best Zorro impression with the rapier. So it was not that fencing.
1965. They've been in business since 1965. Family-owned business in West Nyack, New York, and just fantastic people. We love them. We worked with them for the last 10 years. We got Dana Pest Control. They just launched their new brand. They're located in Tompkins Cove. Third generation, family-owned, and they can handle all of your pest control needs, except for your relatives.
Except for your relatives.
Yeah. Everybody else.
It's all relative.
Rats, bugs, mice, all that creepy crawly stuff, and bee control as well.
What about mold? Do they do mold?
That would be a different type of a pest, and I think it's more the ones that fly around.
All right.
Like the slow stuff.
But again, not your relatives.
We do have a mold company that we've done work with, and I'll just shout them out. HNST Mold Inspections.
Okay.
Located in North Rockland. Really good guy that runs that thing. He knows his stuff, and he's very scientific. My goodness.
But back to our sponsors.
Yeah, and for those of you that want to go to a place that doesn't have any pests and doesn't have any mold, but has some amazing, amazing music and some amazing, amazing food, we have Kobe Sushi.
We love Kobe Sushi.
We really love Kobe Sushi. It's
playing your party there.
Beautiful place.
They're some jazz.
Located in New City, New York, and they're having got music tonight. Mike Torres, the jazz musician, is going to be there. Yeah.
Homegrown and local Mike Torres.
Show starts at around 7:30, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to that. It might be at 8.
But you could check the website, right?
Yes, and you can go to kobenewcity.com. and find out all about that. We have 2 realtors that we appreciate and love. Susan Bova from Coldwell Banker Realty and Lauren Molino Muller from Howard Hanna Realty. local in North Rockland. If you're thinking about moving or relocating, selling, buying a house, or anything in between,
Probably renting too.
yeah, you can call either one of these fantastic ladies, Susan Bova, Lauren Molino Muller, and they can help you. They've been in the industry for quite some time, at least 10, 15, possibly 20 years, and they look very youthful. Not that that matters, but they do.
Well, our next sponsor will help you if you have hunger.
I have hunger for Whole Shot Bagels. They are located in Haverstraw, New York, and that's a place where you can get a really good quality egg and cheese sandwich along with one heck of a cup of coffee.
Well, and they are not just breakfast. They make all sorts of sandwiches, some hot food. That place is just amazing. They do everything. But go there for breakfast and lunch.
Yep. And you'd be able to check them out with the sign that they have in front of their establishment. And just in case if you're wondering how to find a sign, well, there's 99 signs. A business without a sign
It's a
sign of no business. None. Zilch. All right. If you don't have a sign, how are people going to find you?
Do you go to the Workforce Development Board? Because that's our next sponsor.
Well, not at the moment. But yeah, Workforce Development Board of Rockland County, Rockland Works. Get a job. FZ Perfection Auto Body Repair in Congers, New York. Clean Space Maintenance Management Company. And our new annual sponsors, the New York Boulders baseball team. Rock on, rock on.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's right. Some things coming up this year. Synthetic turf is in. It's ready to go. Would you?
I feel sorry for all of those ACL tears.
Would you? Yeah. I did the stats on that.
Yeah.
1.4% rise in on sporting fields where synthetic turf is. So
across all sports or just baseball?
I didn't divvy it up between the different sports. That's a good point. But hey, hopefully there'll be some safety training and people are safe out there.
But more importantly, with the turf down, it makes it easier for them to hold events.
Yes, such as Rockland Music Fest. And we don't have a date for it yet. We don't know what's going on, but just stay tuned because we're going to be doing some stuff. So, but we will read the news right now. Would you like to do the first one, Mike?
Well, the Rockland County Tourism Department scores a $124,000 for FIFA-themed summer festival. Rockland County will receive that money to host the Global Rhythms Rock Summer Festival, a county-wide celebration aligned with the FIFA World Cup. The event will feature international music, food, and culture exhibits, drawing tourism and spotlighting Rockland's diversity, of which it is probably one of the most diverse counties outside of New York City.
Without a doubt. And there's a whole bunch of tourism updates. The town of Haverstraw is rolling out a wave of recreational upgrades in 2026. Howard Phillips was on the show yesterday.
And what did he tell you about?
Yeah. Brand new skateboard and rollerblade park.
Wait. Didn't those people used to get chased out of the parks? And now we're giving them their very own park? That sounds like progress.
I consider it progress. I really do.
Give the kids a place to play, or else they'll be hooligans like me and Tom.
So there's going to be a ribbon cutting, complete with skilled instructors to guide young skaters. Next to it, a fully redesigned playground features safe, colorful, and age-specific play zones alongside newly installed handicap-accessible restrooms. Bowline Point Park now hosts 3 pickleball courts.
Ah, pickleball!
You love pickleball, man.
I'm starting to love pickleball. I have yet to play. I want to go over to the folks over in New City. They said they'll teach us, Tom.
That's right.
We got to call them up.
You were at the Kobe Sushi event for New York
Kobe
Pickleball.
Sushi, we love Kobe Sushi.
And quite frankly, I'm thinking that I have this vision of us sitting at the announcers table, in
dodgeball.
In dodgeball, yeah.
Well, just remember, if you can dodge a wrench,
you can dodge a ball.
Anyway.
All right, so the 3 pickleball courts are going to be open. Actually, there was a vehicle accident that delayed the ribbon cutting and the opening of it, but it's expected to open this spring. So other park features for this include fitness stations, dog parks, and fields for football, soccer, lacrosse, and youth baseball on turf.
And this is all down in Bowline Point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I see as we go down, we move on to the golf course.
And I believe that you should announce that.
The Philip J. Rotella Memorial Golf Course is also seeing upgrades and draws players from across the region. Haverstraw will cap the season with a July 1st fireworks show in honor of the nation's 250th anniversary.
That's right. Calvary Baptist Church in Haverstraw faced a little bit of a crisis recently. A shutdown of its water service after a dramatic spike in its water bill from Veolia. So, 1 month, it was $40. The next month, $3,800.
Whoa!
And then the next month, $8,500.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So, church officials, including Wilbur Aldridge, traced the spike to a hidden underground water main break beneath the historic building. And Aldridge, who was a church leader over there, criticized the utility for not alerting them to the excessive usage earlier. Now, yes, underground, and they can't take care of the $11,000, $12,000 bill. The last thing I heard is that Veolia reached out to the church to come up with some sort of a payment plan or something to remediate. So I don't know how it's going to play out, but we'll try to keep on top of that story, at least on top of the water main break.
Well, citizens, listeners, if you are a homeowner or even if you are just a concerned citizen, make sure that the pipes don't freeze, I guess. I don't know. Do some visual inspections of your place, especially this time of year, because that stuff kind of builds up and can be very expensive to fix.
What's the deal with? Is that something that we still have to do? In other words, like when it's freezing weather, we just open up the water pipe just a little tiny bit so that it drips and that it keeps the water flowing?
That is definitely an old school way of doing it. I believe it depends on where your plumbing sits in the house, because if it's on the inside, we all have those of us who have water from the street, most of that is buried deep enough that it will not freeze. So you don't need to do that, especially because, well, you're just putting money in Viola's pocket.
Well, that would be right. A thing.
And I have been told by the water company in previous incarnations that there is not enough water for the amount of citizens we have in Rockland County. So they encourage us to conserve water, even though they would be making more money, like $8,500 bill.
Right.
The sad part about that is we don't have enough water in Rockland County, so we do have to conserve, regardless of the cost. The amount of resource is finite.
Right. Well, absolutely. There was a plan about 10 years ago to have a water desalination plant in West Haverstraw. Unfortunately, an organization local called Space.
Oh, no.
Kind of protested. But should we continue on?
We should continue on to something else, like
Haverstraw securing $10 million for the chair factory redevelopment. And this has been gaining steam, Mike. We had Town of Haverstraw supervisor. Right? Yeah, it's a few years now. Town of Haverstraw supervisor Howard Phillips has indicated that the town doesn't want to give away a pilot, which would last for decades, essentially. And basically, the amount of taxes revenue after year, I think 15 or year 20, would still be $1,000 less per person. So $800 instead of $1,800 per year, multiplied by 450 units. And what those taxes go for, obviously, is for infrastructure, policing, stuff like that. But and I think Howard can agree with this, is that there's momentum from everywhere for this right now. So, for instance, the village of Haverstraw received, and this is the village, not the town. So the village is inside the town of Haverstraw.
Of course.
Smaller entity, but that's where the chair factory is going to be. So they received the Empire State. Is it Empire State? No, I'm sorry. The New York State Regional Economic Development Grant, $10 million for the chair factory project. And the site is aiming to be transformed into a 450-unit mixed-use development with roads and utilities revitalized. So they have to, redo that.
Yes.
And the project was stalled because of the pilot that the town withheld. But what happens is that New York State acquired the property. So the town of Haverstraw, they don't have to give away a pilot agreement, it seems, unless they want to.
Because now it's state land.
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So we'll see how that plays out. There's other components to this. For instance, North Rockland Central School District can also offer their version of, I believe, a pilot. It was indicated in the news that that agreement had already been reached. But once we spoke with the officials, they confirmed, at least at North Rockland, that they haven't reached an agreement yet, but it's proceeding in a favorable direction.
Favorable to whom?
To the development of that chair factory project. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I mean, you could say, hey, it's favorable.
Right.
All is well.
So in theory, listeners, this money is coming from the economic development part of New York State, so state taxes.
Yeah.
And they're trying to encourage more business and more travel and tourism between the cities of the villages of Ossining and Haverstraw by using the ferry, which I know Mayor Mike Kohut had been fighting for almost 2 decades to get us more public transportation from Haverstraw to the city and back. I think this is just another step in that, but it is kind of worrisome that the state is pushing this so hard, and it's going maybe to the detriment of Haverstraw, not to the benefit of Haverstraw.
Well, yeah, and that's the whole thing that, and this is the whole Curtis and Kuby thing that we do is like, I'm not a big fan of big government. I like small government and so on and so forth. There's arguments back and forth about that. But, really the working theory is, yes, when the government takes it over initially, it's going to be great because the government's focusing on it. But eventually it becomes another maintenance bill.
Correct.
So that's where, deterioration could happen. Now, what I'd like to think is, and this seems like it's, moving in that direction as far as like, the chair factory being created. Private organizations, such as actually Impact, which is involved in this, in the development of this.
What is Impact?
Impact is I want to say the architectural firm. I don't have it in front of me, but
Okay.
they're kind of like the forefront for.
They're designing the whole thing.
Yeah, let me bring it up on the web just to make sure. Okay, Impact Collective is an impact-based, best-in-class, opportunistic development company with significant experience in high barrier to entry projects. So probably what happened, and there's, they're the front face of this.
Okay.
As far as, making the development happen. There's another company that's actually doing the development, but I think what Impact was doing was advocating for it.
Okay.
And, it's a team of real estate experts, and, they basically push into various locations that, that they would want development to happen. So, and you can learn more about that. I'm not going to, make an advertisement for them here, but Impact Collective, if you want to know what was the behind the scenes advocacy that was happening, Impact was certainly one of them. And you can reach them at impactcollective.com.
So, citizens, if you are concerned at all after you have done your research and gone to the website that Tom just told you about, contact Howie Phillips.
Right.
At the town, and contact Mayor Mike Kohut.
Mike Kohut from the village of Haverstraw. Really
tell
cool
them
guy.
of your concerns. Email them, text them, because if you don't speak up, or you could just text us and we'll tell them for you.
Yeah, we kind of will.
So if you don't speak up, everything will just happen around you. And then we're just complaining into the void.
Right.
Give us your voice. Give us your concerns. Let us be your voice. And we'll go to the people that need to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe it'll do nothing. Maybe we'll change the world.
It's possible. It's very possible. So, in other news, Clarkstown has secured a $1.59 million state grant, and it was the same economic award to expand the sidewalk network in Nanuet. So the project, part of the transit-oriented development zone, will connect over 2,500 homes to the schools, the library, and the commuter train station. Supervisor George Homan highlighted the project's benefit to pedestrian safety and local connectivity. Councilman Don Franchino added it would enhance Nanuet's community infrastructure. Don Franchino, remember Don?
He's our four corner. Where's our guardrail guy, right?
Exactly. Now, reading into this just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Several weeks ago, Donald was on the air talking about that it's important to have the guardrails by the four corners, that's Middletown Road and Route 59, in order to protect people that may be protesting about various things that are happening in the larger scope of the world.
And we suggested that it was not just to protect the protesters, but anyone who wants to be a pedestrian, because it's not a safe place to walk.
Yes. And Don Franchino, he called out assembly person, Assemblyman Pat Carroll, to do something about it. Now,
and has Pat Carroll done anything about it to date?
To my knowledge, I don't think that anything has been done. I'm not sure. We haven't heard any. We haven't gotten any press releases or anything about Pat, and he would be the person, from what I understand, to advocate for this. Now, the other side of the coin here is that this state grant comes out every year. So it might have been rolled into that grant.
Well, Supervisor George Holman's on our show all the time, and I do remember when I asked him, how can the citizens help? He said, start sending emails to Pat Carroll's office, start calling him. So citizens, again, if you are concerned, if you are a walker, pedestrian, or you want to be a conscientious driver and citizen, please contact Pat Carroll's office and ask why the Four Corners in Nanuet doesn't have safety rails.
Yep. And as a matter of fact, let me just get that contact information on the screen. If you'd like to contact Assemblyman Patrick J. Carroll from Assembly District 96, is that your phone or mine? The Albany office is 518-455-5735. You can also email him at Carroll, CARROLLP, at nyassembly.gov. McDonald's is proposing to demolish and rebuild its restaurant at New City Plaza on West Calvary Drive. The new
Hold
building.
on.
Yes.
That's by New York Pickleball.
Woohoo!
You know how we love pickleball on this show.
We love I'm telling you, I have this vision about dodgeball where we're just sitting there. I'm cotton.
No, we're gonna get up to play pickleball, and we're both gonna like rupture our knees because we're so old.
Please don't. I just turned 50, and it's like, I don't feel like I do feel like I've turned the corner, or I'm headed, like I'm over the hill.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, it depends on like where that curve is. It's like, is it on the road and you're driving around it, or is it going straight downhill?
Well, you exercise a lot, right? So
I do, yeah, and I've seen the effects. I finally got back into the gym about 3 or 4 months ago, and let me just put it this way: I didn't gain any weight over the holidays because I balanced it out.
Well, you did your fasting, and you did not eat a whole lot of McDonald's.
Yeah.
So going back to our story,
and they are, yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
That they're gonna put a new McDonald's in the old McDonald's.
Yep. Rebuild the whole restaurant. New building is going to be slightly smaller, but it's going to offer more seating, 61 seats versus the current 41. Site plan includes a reconfigured drive-through and improved drainage while keeping the same number of parking spots. The planning board is reviewing the application with input required from the Architectural Historic Review Board due to the site's proximity to the Demarest Kill Stream environment.
All right, I need to poke the Tommy. Does space have anything to do with this?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say, in fairness, no. But then again, over the last several days, Space's Facebook page has been protesting how Venezuela got toppled.
Hold on. We are not here to talk about global politics.
I know.
We're here to talk about Rockland politics.
You're right. And nor should Space be, because they're called the Stony Point Action Committee for the Environment, not the Mars Committee for the Environment, not the Venezuela Committee for the Environment, not even the Greenland Committee for the Environment.
And hold on.
Stony Point.
Not the Clarkstown. So they're not involved.
Let me tell you something. I think that he's expanding because he just doesn't want to face me at town hall.
Well, Folks from space, I think Tommy just called you out. But
Oh,
we're
without a doubt.
we're gonna digress and move back to talking about happy things like Ramapo got awarded grants for parks and development projects too.
Woohoo!
So it seems like this January we're getting all sorts of money to improve Rockland in all of the good ways that Rockland needs to be improved, right? We want to have places to be recreational and to go out and enjoy outside because Rockland has some great green spaces. We have great parks, and your taxes pay for that. So enjoy the things that folks like Howie Phillips and Mayor Mike Kohut and Supervisor George Holman have provided for us because that's what it's there for. We want to live in Rockland. We want to work in Rockland, become educated here. But most importantly, we have all of these wonderful, wonderful resources. Last show, we talked about how many libraries we have, right? We have all of these great parks. So Ramapo is getting $500,000.
Not bad.
And it's part of that economic development initiative. The Climate Smart Parks received $420-ish thousand to add permanent shade structures at local parks, addressing safety and accessibility concerns during hot months. Additionally, another $100,000 will go towards Ramapo Ready initiative to convert 75-acre site into a mixed-use live, work, play district that aims to support local business and meet housing needs.
Yes. And live, work, play is a huge concept.
Tell me about that, because I've never heard about that.
So, I mean, if you think about it in terms of the course of history, the names change over the course of the years, right? But taking those three things, living, home or house or apartment or condo, okay, have the ability to work or at least commute close by, and also have those recreational activities close by for the kids,
such as the parks and the green spaces and the libraries and pools and such like that.
Bingo. Yeah. And a good example of that would be, for instance, the shops in Nanuet. Now, that the shops in Nanuet, that's where the Apple store is, as well as Buffalo Wild Wings and several other facilities. Really nice place. Last year we did the Nanuet Town Center summer concert series over there.
I was going to ask you what events are.
But it was rebranded. So it was the shops in Nanuet, and then it became the Nanuet Town Center. So they rebranded it in anticipation of transit-oriented development. Remember that $1.6 million grant? So that's to do the streetscape and improve the street arteries and the guests. And we don't have confirmation of this. I want to say that very clearly, but it's been signaled that the plan by Alexander Properties, located in New City, is to transform that location into live, work, play.
And if folks don't know, there's a train station in Spring Valley and there's one in Nanuet, and that is what we're trying to connect to both get the folks from the city to come up and enjoy Rockland.
Yes.
And for us in Rockland to be able to go and enjoy the city easier.
And for those of you that are interested in learning more about this, stay tuned, because we're going to have on the show in future days Francisco Miranda, and he's a colleague of mine that I know for approximately 6 or 7 years.
You know, Tommy, you know everybody.
He runs Live, Work, Invest, located in the Bronx. He's a residential and commercial real estate broker, but he also is very, very, very tuned in to the industry of live, work, play.
So how does he know what's going on with the Rockland projects here? Or
because I tell him.
Okay.
Because he has a website with us. We built and host a very elaborate website. You can go to workliveinvest.com and you can get an idea.
So perhaps we should have him on the show and get his opinion on what we're doing over here in Nanuet.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a really cool dude too. Like when he calls up, he speaks my language. He's like, "What's up, dude?" All right, dude, where's my car? Okay.
And again, and I cannot stress this enough, citizens, if you have any concerns about anything that we are reading off to you, either contact us and we will contact the local politician, or contact them yourself.
Yep.
All of that information is available online.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the politicians want to hear from you, whether it's negative or positive. They want to know, because how they can't read your mind.
They cannot.
We can't read your mind. But we
Yes.
can read your emails. We can read your texts. We can listen to your voicemails. So give us your voice so we can speak it louder
Yeah.
for you.
I kept on explaining this to the women in my life, and thankfully my wife recognizes, and she knows even before she met me, like people can't read minds. You can take your best guess, but just telling people I can't read your mind, like the expert. So that's why I over communicate. I talk too much.
Neurospicy is us.
Is that what it is?
It's neurospiciness.
It's the
that is our fun phrase for those of us who might be one side of the spectrum or the other, as opposed to right in the middle of the spectrum.
Yeah, or all parts of the spectrum.
Yeah. Bits and pieces all over the place.
It's that song from South Park. I'm super. Thanks for asking. All right.
You know what else is super?
The village of Nyack, baby,
is getting money too.
$106,000 for
the marina, which
restoration. Yeah,
and this goes back to we are trying to get more tourism going on in Rockland.
Yes,
because if we can get the folks from outside Rockland to come in and spend their hard-earned dollars on our recreation, it helps out our citizens.
Absolutely. So our next item, the village of Nyack is going to receive over $106,000 in state funds to stabilize the deteriorated banks near Memorial Park and the village marina.
Now, they just built up Memorial Park, didn't they?
Plans include, yes, and well, a little bit ago, yeah. Plans include installing a pervious walkway. I thought that was illegal.
A what?
No, it's a horrible joke. All right. I got to find out what pervious means. It just sounds weird, but
that means that water can flow through it.
Is that what it means?
Yes.
Okay. I was
impervious would mean you cannot go through it.
I never want to be a nervous pervious. Here we go. Pervious, of a substance allowing water to pass through. Permeable. Right. Look at you.
See,
this is why we have each other on the show.
I went to college.
Check each other very nicely. That connects to existing waterfront viewing platforms. This is part of the village's local waterfront revitalization strategy and aims to reduce flooding risk and enhance riverfront access. The village of New Square has been awarded $2 million for phase 2 of its drainage system improvements funded by the state's Community Development Block Grant, CDBG program, not to be confused with
CBGBs in the city.
The project targets vital infrastructure upgrades to support the village's growth and mitigate flood risks. I was just about to say, and that's all for the news, and then I stuttered. And mitigate flood risks. Now that's all the news.
Well, except the 2 events that we have on the list. That's part of the news, isn't it?
We do. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on tonight. Kobe Sushi is going to have, they usually have music on Wednesdays and Saturday nights.
And it is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, and they're going to have jazz musician Mike Torres there. I actually had him up at Fiesta Acapulco, paid for his performance through Rockland Music Fest, and he did a great performance. Amazing. And how do I put it? The room was not a lot of people at the beginning. Then it got filled, and then it got late, so it kind of like it expanded, contracted, everything like that. And when there were just a few people, he actually like played like really close by, and it was like a really nice, just
like an intimate setting.
Yeah, I don't like to use that word too much, but yeah, an intimate setting. Yeah, and he did it well. He didn't he didn't get in people's space, but he hung around the space. Not that space.
And most importantly, everybody had happy bellies because they went to Kobe Sushi and had the sushi.
Well, in Fiesta Acapulco last time, but yeah, Mike is over at Kobe Sushi tonight, and I love the food there. Love the food.
And they're so nice over there.
Yep.
Accommodating. If you have any issues, you just go up and talk to the folks.
Hang out, So it's KobeNewCity.com. I believe the show starts at 7:30 tonight, but don't quote me on that. It might be 8 or 8:30.
Check the website.
Yeah, but really nice, light music. The facility is beautiful. 80 people that they can fit in the newly renovated 2-bar establishment with lights everywhere. Really friendly staff. And Mike, you and I, we love it there, right?
It's great.
And finally, the New York State election race is going to start up again because 2026, we're going to have the elections in November.
And our very own homegrown Joe Rand.
Yeah, the Nyack Village Mayor, Joe Rand, is hosting a fundraiser tonight. There's more information on his website at joerand.com, just so you're aware. And basically what's happening is he's running for New York State Senator, District number 38.
And his opponent is?
Senator Bill Weber at the moment. Bill Weber and Joe Rand, they are basically both running for the same office. And Mike, like the movie Highlander.
Yeah, there can only be one.
Right. That might be a good. Yeah. Right. That might be a good thing that we're doing. There's also some other developments that Rockland's News is organizing for the benefit of those two individuals running for Senate. I cannot mention it yet, but we might be having some things going on with those senators in the next few weeks or months.
A nice, clean, what are you going to do for us debate?
Interesting. And it's funny that you said that.
Because I feel like, just like you and I on this radio, on this podcast, try and see things from all sides, and we try and be fair, and we try and be equitable about the information and all of that. I would like our politicians at the local level to talk about why they're running and what they're going to do for us, not tell me how bad the other guy is.
Right.
Because I want to hear how good you are, not how bad they are.
Most definitely. And in fairness, I also want to make sure that both constituents here are represented. nysenate.gov/senators/Bill-Weber. That's the website where you can learn more about Bill Weber. So we'll be following that story, obviously, over the course of the next several months. And that's all the news at the moment. I think we're just going to finish off with the sponsors. Mike, did you have anything you wanted to mention?
The rent is too damn high.
The rent is too damn high. I love that clip. I love it.
There has been some concerning things that I've been seeing on social media about the cost of everything.
Right.
Including health insurance premiums going up, taxes going up. Everything seems to be going up except our revenue, which seems to be going down.
Yeah, so, it's a rough 2025. It's pretty wild.
Well, and it's becoming a rough 2026 as well, because folks were already hurting, and now prices have gone up and services have not.
Significantly. And we're in for a very cold winter. I will say that. It will warm up, both metaphorically and, if everything works out the way that, let's just say, the business and the municipal world foresees, perhaps we could see some economic upswing over the next several months, years,
here's hope.
Decades. We'll see.
What's the old saying? From your mouth to the God's ears.
The gods? I don't know if it was the gods or God or gods or
God's ears.
Okay.
Put the punctuation wherever you want.
Yeah. Well, it's like Dane Cook said. This is the way I look at it. Is like Dane Cook. He was in a supermarket and he sneezes. What shoe? Or somebody behind. That's right. Somebody behind him sneezed and he turned around and he goes, "God bless you." And the person says, "Oh, I'm an atheist." He's like, "Well, what do you want me to tell you? Like nothing happens after you die?" What do you say? It's just like, vernacular, right?
Right.
So, but let's finish off with our sponsors.
Tell us about our sponsors.
We want to thank our many awesome sponsors for AM Rockland's News. And by the way, head over to Rockland News on Facebook. Follow and like the page. That will help us out because we got some things in the works for 2026 that you're certainly going to be stay tuned into.
And likes make a difference. They do.
They matter. They matter.
Likes matter.
And you know who else matters is our sponsors, Yabu Fence Company, Dana Pest Control, Easy Temp in Hackensack, New Jersey, Kobe Sushi. Again, Wednesday tonight, they're going to have that jazz music. Mike Torres, Susan Bova, Coldwell Banker Realty, and Lauren Molino Muller, Howard Hanna Rand Realty. Whole Shot Bagels, 99 Signs, FZ Perfection Auto Body Repair, Clean Space Maintenance Management Company, and the New York Boulders baseball team. Mike, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you today.
Yeah, my friend.
And we will see you next time on AM Rockland News.
Be good, everybody.